The Bull. This is the Bull Bistro. I've got all of my listeners in here from Billy Currington. Everybody, Billy. Yeah. Well, we got all of the listeners. I had, a couple days worth of winning for some girls and some guys. I know you guys are big fans too. And they actually filled out some sheets. We've got some questions for you from them that we'll ask you here in a bit. But I know there is one question that they wanted to ask, and it was, does Billy have a girlfriend? I think I know the answer, but why don't you go ahead and tell everybody.
I'm single.
Oh, you're single?
Just kidding. I promise.
Sam over there. I thought the answer was that yes, that you did have a girlfriend. And my next question was going to be, okay, what does she look like and what is her body fat? Because that was going to be, yeah. So, no, you're totally single.
Yeah, we're single.
Well, ladies. Hey! I think we're all in shock right now. So, one thing that a lot of people may not know about you is before you were a country singer, you were a personal trainer. Yes. I find that amazing. So when you were a personal trainer, did you ever work out on anybody that was famous?
Not that I can remember, really.
So Reba McEntire never said, hey, I need to work on this bulge right here?
Yeah, where I worked at, no famous people came in the gym.
What?
It was just out in the country type gym,
Yeah.
And actually, I started when I was 18 on personal training when I was young. Of course, I, played sports and all that. I was very athletic. But when I moved to Nashville at 18 years old, I wanted to continue working out, so I worked out a deal with this particular gym. They'd let me train their people for like 4 hours a week, and they'd give me a free membership. So I thought this training thing's pretty cool, and so I just kind of stuck with it. And but my main job was I worked in a pawn shop for a couple of years, and did that little training thing on the side. Then I poured concrete for like 6 years. All the while still doing the little training thing, but I eventually took it full time, training people like my 8th year there.
Oh, wow.
And that's kind of when I finally met the right guy that kind of got me in the music business at that gym.
Really?
Yeah.
So were you training him, or was it just kind of like you guys are working out, pumping iron together, and you just kind of bumped into him?
No, well, he actually has been coming in there for about 6 to 8 months, and one day he wore this hat that said BMI, which is kind of, affiliated with songwriting, and I was like, oh, you a songwriter? He's like, no, I work for Garth Brooks and blah, blah, blah. He works for his publishing company and management company, and that was all that conversation, and a few months later, he finally said, man, somebody told me you sing, So it was about a year that went by, and he finally asked me to come in and sing for him and his people, and they gave me a publishing deal.
Oh, not too shabby. Well, my, I've been working out, and I was going to ask a personal question. My problem area is my thighs. Any advice?
Just get on that road out there and run.
Cardio, I'm not ready for that.
Yeah.
All right. Well, you know what? Why don't we play your brand new song, Good Directions, and let everybody hear it, and then we'll come back, ask you some more questions, and have you play a little bit. How's about that?
Okay.
Any story behind Good Directions? Any reason why this song stuck out to you that you wanted to record it?
Yes. What a great song, well-written song. A song that I wish I had written. But written by a good friend of mine, Luke Bryan, who's a new artist on Capitol Records right now. A great guy, but just like most singer-songwriters, he's been in town a good while trying to get the record deal. And, of course, all the while he's pitching his songs to other artists just to make a living. And he pitched me the song Good Directions. And, of course, I fell in love with it, thought it was a really cute country song, and went and recorded it. And maybe a couple weeks after that, he got his record deal. And wanted his song back.
Well, here it is. Good Directions. Billy Currington here on 93.7 The Bull. Some of our, listeners here in the studio